Welcome to the American Pool COVID-19 Lifeguard Orientation on Awareness and Risk Reduction Training. My name is Helen. I'm a staffer and lifeguard instructor from our Maryland office, and I'm also a pool manager. We're going to go over alternative ways to say hello, our self-screening program, face coverings and social distancing, PPE protection kits and new EAPs, cleaning and sanitation, safety breaks, and self-checks. American Pool is dropping the handshake and finding alternative and creative ways to say hello. The first step is making a good first impression. You want to create a community at your pool. When introducing yourself, be conversational and engaging. Offer a nod and a wave. Be authentic. Focus on eye contact. You want to be accountable. Before every shift, we will be required to perform a self-screen and attest that we do not have any symptoms, we have not tested positive, and we have not been in contact with anyone suspected or confirmed of having COVID-19. If you cannot answer no to the following questions, please call and inform your staffer 2 hours before your shift. You must be able to say no to all of the following questions. Do you have a fever? Do you have a cough? Do you have shortness of breath? You are required to contact your supervisor if you have any of the above symptoms or if your fever is higher than 100.4 degrees. You will self-report and provide a verbal representation on whether you have a fever or other symptoms of COVID-19. You are not required to provide any evidence or documentation of your self-monitored results. Self-check documenting. Your self-check should be performed 2 hours before your shift. This includes taking your temperature before you leave for work. If you have any symptoms, contact your staffer at least 2 hours before your shift starts. On arrival at your pool, self-check again before entering the facility. Document you are symptom-free before beginning your shift. When you clock in, you are confirming you have done your self-check. Although repetitive, this ensures your safety and the safety of others. In New Jersey, you need to take your temperature upon arrival at the pool as well and sign off on it in your pool's book. Face coverings and social distancing. We are all required to maintain a safe social distance of 6 feet apart from both personnel and patrons. Anytime 6 feet social distancing cannot be kept, masks are required. Face masks are not required when they could get wet, like in the lifeguard chair. However, we do need to wear them anytime we could be in contact with other people. For example, while cleaning bathrooms, checking people in, or walking on the pool deck. So remember to bring the provided mask back to each shift. Personal protection equipment kit. This swimming pool is no different than other service areas that must adapt to enhance patron and worker safety. Every operating swimming pool will be equipped with additional CDC recommended personal protective equipment to protect staff and patrons. At a single guard facility, you will have 1 kit. At multi-guard facilities, you will have 2. Inside of your PPE kit, you will have 2 bag valve masks, or BVMs. 1 for an adult and 1 for an infant. You will also have 1 disposable gown, 1 face shield, 1 pair of protective goggles, and 1 viral filter for CPR masks and BVMs. The kit should always be with the backboard and must be brought on deck each day. As noted in the new PPE kit, the viral filter is an important new addition. To use it, remove it from its bag and connect it to your CPR mask. If doing 2-person CPR, it should be attached to your BVM, as shown here between the mask and the bag. New resuscitative care EAPs. You do have to put on more PPE to protect yourself as well as the victim. For single rescuers, you will be putting on goggles, gowns, and gloves. For a multi-rescuer scenario, you will be putting on a face shield, a mask, a gown, and gloves. It's important to note that viral filters cannot get wet. So, in-water ventilations are not only less effective, but during this time, they should be avoided to provide emergency care on land including using the viral filter. For resuscitative care EAPs for multi-rescuers, it's important to note now we are limiting the number of responders to 2. The main difference in this EAP is putting on more PPE, and the person performing compressions also squeezes the BVM for ventilations. Your lifeguard class and in-service trainings will allow you to practice these new care steps. For resuscitative care EAPs for single rescuers, it is mostly the same. However, you need to note you're putting on more PPE and you're still using the viral filter. Safety breaks. All guarded pools will be required to be cleared on the quarter hour, for example, at 12:45 for 15 minutes. During this time, guards will check the stock in the sanitation station and alert the property whenever it is low. They will test and record the water chemistry. They will also walk through the bathrooms checking for cleanliness and stock, inspect the deck for hazards, and rehydrate and reapply sunscreen. Cleaning, sanitizing, and disinfecting. Clean and disinfect all rescue equipment and guard chairs at the beginning and end of each shift, or in conjunction with any lifeguard rotations. Clean and disinfect using the disinfectant provided. To protect against COVID-19, maintain chlorine and pH levels per current regulations, including shocking or superchlorination as needed. In the event chemical readings are outside of the current regulations, the pool must be closed for swimming immediately, and contact American Pool for further instructions. Understanding cleaning chemicals. Always read and follow the directions on the label to ensure safe and effective use. Wear gloves and eye protection for potential splash hazards. Ensure adequate ventilation. Use no more than the amount recommended on the label. Use water at room temperature for dilution, unless stated otherwise on the label. Avoid mixing chemical products. Label diluted cleaning solutions. Store and use chemicals out of the reach of patrons. You should never eat, drink, breathe, or inject these products into your body or apply directly to your skin, as they can cause serious harm. As we've seen over the past several months, this situation is extremely fluid and it changes. We will update protocol as necessary. Thank you for your vigilance and for leading the charge in keeping your pool safe. Please reach out to your staffer and supervisor should you have any questions or concerns.